Navigating the WorkRoster roster display is very easy. The next week and previous week buttons can be used to navigate forward and backwards in time. The Today button will bring you back to the roster starting from today. The Show More Calendar button adds additional rows to the current page being displayed. A pop-up drop-down menu of week dates can be found near the Previous and Next buttons. These date menus can be used to quickly jump to any other day or week in the year. At the top of the roster, the display mode can be changed between week display mode and month display mode. In month display mode, each week is displayed on a row. The next month and previous month and this month and Show More Calendar and pop-up menu buttons can be used for navigation. The WorkRoster roster has some other useful display controls. Click the View Options button just above the roster to reveal a pop-up drop-down menu. The Empty Shifts Only option places a filter on the roster view so that only empty shifts are displayed. The roster title is updated because of the active filter. Click the Clear Filter button or toggle the Empty Shifts Only menu option to turn off the filtered view. Managers will see an extra option in the View Options menu. The Employee View option can be used to switch the view of the roster to be as if the roster manager were a regular employee. Depending on the various workforce settings, regular employees may see less information on the roster than a manager would. Using Employee View is one way to test that these settings are working as expected. Managers can switch back to their normal manager view by untoggling the Employee View option in the View Options menu. The roster normally shows a mixture of shifts, sick leave, and holidays. This can be changed by changing the Show Everything setting on the View Options menu. The roster can be set to Show Holidays Only, or the roster can be set to Show Shifts Only, or the roster can be set to Show Sick Leave Only. For example, when the Sick Leave Only option is chosen, only sick leave is displayed on the roster. The roster title changes to match the chosen option. To change the roster back to displaying everything, change the option again in the View Options menu. The Display Mode View option turns on Display Mode. In Display Mode, the header and the footer regions and the availability rows are all hidden. Display Mode is useful for projecting a live copy of the roster onto a display screen or monitor. To exit from Display Mode, you can toggle the option off again in the View Options menu. Shifts that have a title or info normally have this information displayed on lines underneath the shift times on the roster view. The Compact Info View options changes the roster view so that shift titles and info are placed on a single line with the shift times. Now the shift information is displayed more compactly, which can really help save valuable screen real estate on a busy roster. The full shift title and info information can still be viewed in the shift details box that appears when the mouse pointer is hovered over each shift. Compact info can be turned off by clicking the option in the View Options menu. A busy call center, or retail shop, or restaurant, or similar business might need to make sure they have a sufficient coverage of staff at certain times of the day. The Coverage Counts View option can help with this. Each hour block on the roster now also displays the number of employees scheduled to work at the beginning of that hour. Coverage counts can be turned off by again clicking the option in the View Options menu. Thank you.